Hey my YouTube fans, welcome back to my channel. So guys, this is a different type of video that I'm doing for you today, and you're probably wondering why she's showing a garden. Alrighty, so this is my little farming that I do in my backyard, and I have corn, I have zucchini, I have some tomatoes, and go around here, and I have some sweet pepper, I have some okra that's coming up, and of course my Calaloo. And I'm doing this video today because I'm going to be cutting my Calaloo and making breakfast with some roast breadfruit. Alright guys, so stay tuned. I'm gonna cut these Calaloo and I am going to clean them up nicely, and I'm going to cut them up and make me some breakfast. And of course I have a banana tree. Yeah, I live in New York. I have a banana tree in my backyard. Goes down in the winter time and comes back up for the summer. I also have me some Scotch bonnet pepper. I plant these in a pot because what I do is in the winter time I bring it inside, and for the winter I'll have pepper. And of course I have another little banana plant right here that is supposed to be like a dwarf, and it's supposed to bear banana within 3 years. Guys, it's been 5 years. Actually no, 4 years, and still no banana, and it's still the same size I bought it, except for I'm getting more. Instead of one, I think I have like 4 inside there. And of course thyme, and something that I can show you. Yeah guys, so, and of course I have lettuce that's coming up right there, and I have some scallion that I planted also. There is some more okra that's right there. But my main focus today is these Calaloo. You see how they're big and nice and beautiful? Yeah. So I'm gonna cut these bad boy right now, and I'm gonna make me some breakfast. Alright guys, stay tuned, and I'm gonna come back and show you when I make my breakfast for my Calaloo. Okay guys, so after cutting, that's how I cut them and leave them so they could spring back up, so I could get more Calaloo. Alright. Okay guys, so with my Calaloo, of course I have 2 breadfruit that I got at the store a few days ago, and of course I already cut the top, and I already took the stem, cut the stem out of it, which is how I see my grandparents do it growing up. Alright, so I'm gonna put these on my stove outside. I really don't like to put them in my oven. The reason why is, for some reason I can never time it right. But if I put it on the stove outside, then I know once I flip the sides around and each side get a little burn, you know, it's roasted, it's ready to go. I put it in my oven and for some reason it's a disaster. So I'm not gonna do that. Alright, so I'm gonna put these on my stove outside, and I'm gonna come back inside and start cleaning my Calaloo and cutting my Calaloo up and putting this breakfast together. Again guys, once again I am doing roast breadfruit. This is breakfast time. Roast breadfruit with Calaloo that I just cut from my garden. I'm gonna do a little bit of saltfish. I never like to mix my saltfish and Calaloo together. I always cook it separate and then just serve it separate. If you want to mix it once you cook it, you can mix it, do whatever, but I don't like to mix my Calaloo and my sawfish together for some reason. Alright guys, so stay tuned. I'm gonna go put these on my stove outside and get them roasting. Alright. Okay guys, so as you can see, I have both of them on my stove right now roasting. I just turned my stove on, so I'm gonna come back. Once this is done, I'm gonna come back and show you guys once I'm done roasting these. Okay, they're really small, but when I cut them, they were nice and yellow inside. So, and I had them outside in the sun yesterday, trying to get them a little bit turned. That's how I like my breadfruit. Alright guys, so stay tuned. I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna clean my Calaloo, cut it up, and then I'm gonna show you guys once I'm in the process of cooking my Calaloo and when I'm done roasting my breadfruit. Again, stay tuned. I'll be back. Guys, as you can see, my breadfruit, they roasting and coming along very nicely. I ended up putting both of them on the same burner because the burner was so big and they're small, so I kind of have enough space to put both. So as you can see, they're roasting nicely right there. And of course, my pot with my sawfish is cooking. And alright guys, so I'm putting some breakfast together with cook up saltfish, Calaloo that I cut from my garden, and of course fresh roast breadfruit. Guys, once I put this breakfast together, I'm gonna come back and show you, but before that I'm gonna show you how I clean my Calaloo. Alright, so guys, inside in my kitchen sink I have water, salt water, that I'm washing my Calaloo. I actually cut the big stems off. I don't really like the big fat extra big stems, so I cut the big stems off and I clean it and get any excess like string or stuff off of it. So now I'm washing it in salt water. I'm gonna wash it off in the salt water, then I'm gonna rinse them a little bit more to get rid of any bugs that's on them. And again, it's just, you know, to clean it from the dust and stuff outside. Alright guys, so stay tuned. I'm gonna wash these up and I'm gonna cut them up. And I like to cut my Calaloo small. I don't like when it's big and chunky, and I like it when I cut it really small. So I'm gonna come back and show you guys how I do that. Alright. Okay guys, so as you can see, my Calaloo is ready. I'm actually gonna cut them outside because they're wet. It's it's dripping a lot of water, so I'm actually outside on my back deck, and I'm gonna be cutting it up here, so all that excess water after washing it dripping, it just drips on my back deck. So as you can see, I have my little cutting board here, and I am going to fix my Calaloo stems so they're even, and I'm just gonna cut it. And I don't like a lot of the stems in my Calaloo, so I honestly got rid of most of the stems, and also because they were big, because how I cut the Calaloo, I cut it so that the Calaloo can spring more, and so I got rid of those big stems. So I'm just right now just cutting it as small as I can get it. Again, like I said before, I don't like when it's too big. So I don't know if you guys could see it. It's like nice and small. That's how I like my Calaloo. Alright guys, I'm going to continue to cut this. I'm gonna come back and show you guys once I'm done cutting it up and fixing this Calaloo and roast breadfruit with saltfish breakfast for my family and I. Alright guys, stay tuned. Again, Angel Delight is in her kitchen. This time we're making breakfast, and most of it is being done outside because I'm roasting the breadfruit on my stove outside. I'm cooking the saltfish outside. I don't like to cook, you know, saltfish inside the house because my daughter is allergic to the smell, so I cook it outside. And so again guys, breakfast time. Alright, stay tuned. I'll be back to show you guys once I'm done with cutting up the Calaloo and cooking it down. Alright, put this in my pan that I have to the side. And I just want to show you guys real quick, so you see how small I have it, nice and fine. That's how I like my Calaloo. Alright, here you go. And I'm going to continue cutting my Calaloo, guys. Hey guys, so welcome back, and as you guys can see, I already have my seasoning in my Dutch pot. This is to steam my Calaloo. So right here I have me some sweet pepper, Scotch bonnet pepper, a little piece of Maggi bouillon, my tomatoes, and of course the onion. And I have about a quarter, not a quarter, but like 1/3 cup of oil, and 2 ounces of butter. Let me collect my head. Alright, so in my pot, guys, this is my seasoning for my Calaloo, right? So as you can see, my Calaloo was already cut up nice and small the way I like it, and this is a 8-ounce container, 8-quart container, and it's full. Alright guys, and my Dutch pot is ready. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to turn on my stove. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I am going to, you know, mix my seasoning together. And I'm just going to put my Calaloo in and cover it and let it steam. Alright. So guys, I'm not making this whole container of Calaloo. I'm just going to do half. And even if the pot is full to the top, you know it's going to shrink once it starts steaming. And I love Calaloo. Outside on my stove, I have my saltfish boiling to get rid of the salt. And I'm going to put it together with my Calaloo and my roast breadfruit and some plantains for breakfast. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna season my Calaloo. I'm not gonna put a lot because I don't want it salty. Once it's cooked, then I'm gonna taste it to see if I need more salt. So that's all-purpose seasoning that I'm putting, and of course you can't stay away from the Maggi seasoning. Love Maggi seasoning. I love that flavor that it gives my food. It's not salty, it's just nice. That flavor is so nice. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna also add some black pepper. And I'm not gonna put a lot of black pepper because I already have the Scotch bonnet pepper. So I'm gonna turn my stove down between medium and high, and I'm gonna cover it. And what I'm gonna do is what that's gonna do is gonna make my my Calaloo start sweating. So it's gonna make its own water, its own juice, to steam it in. All right, guys, so I'm gonna come back and show you guys once this is done and I'm ready to put my breakfast together. In the meantime, while this is going on, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare my seasoning for my sawfish the same way: tomato, sweet pepper, onions. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little piece of thyme in here, but I'm gonna put it, once it's reduced down a little, I'm gonna put that stem of thyme in, and I'm gonna go ahead and prepare my seasoning now for my sawfish. I'm gonna come back and show you guys once I put this breakfast together. But before that, I'm going to show you once the Calaloo is reduced down and I mixed it up with the seasoning, and it's, you know, it's cooking, and or it's cooked, then I'll come back and show you guys. All right, so stay tuned. Again, guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to tell a friend that Angel the Light is cooking up some good stuff in her kitchen. And today is breakfast: Calaloo, roast breadfruit, sawfish, and I'm going to put a little bit of plantain on the side. All right, guys, so stay tuned. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so welcome back. And as you can see, my Calaloo is reducing very nicely. I'm not sure what this is. It's reducing very nicely. I'm going to go ahead and throw some thyme, and I have 2 cloves of garlic that I forgot to put in ahead of time, but it's okay, no problem. I'm going to grab my spoon, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a little stir. I'm going to go ahead and give it a little stir, and like I said, it's forming its own juice. I don't have to put any water. So as you can see, even though the pot was full to the top, it reduced a lot. And guys, the seasoning, you can smell the seasoning, you can smell the freshness from the Calaloo. And usually when I plant Calaloo, I buy from the same farmer. That's the little suckers. So usually it doesn't take a long time to cook. It's usually nice and, you know, fresh and soft, and it's not tough. It's just doesn't take that long to cook. So I'm gonna cover this back, and I'm gonna let it cook a little bit more. I'm gonna go ahead, before I do that, I'm gonna taste a little bit of the juice that's in there to make sure I have the right amount of seasoning. And I could add a little bit more. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add salt instead of the seasoning, because I could already taste the seasoning and I don't want it to. So I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of salt, because it's kind of on the fresh side, but you will taste the nice flavor from the seasoning. Give it a little stir again, and then I'm gonna turn my stove down on medium this time, because I don't want the water to dry out of it and it's not cooked. So instead of between medium and high, I'm gonna turn it down to medium, reduce the heat, and I'm gonna go ahead and cover it back so we can finish cooking. All right, so stay tuned, guys. I will be right back. This time I'm gonna be done with everything, cooking up the saltfish, finishing up with the Calaloo, peeling my breadfruit, frying up my plantains, and put my breakfast together. So I'm gonna come back and show you guys what my breakfast looks like this morning. I am excited because, like I said, breadfruit is my favorite. I would eat that day, night, 365 days a year, 7 days a week. 3 times a day because I love breadfruit that much. So I'm excited for this breakfast, no lie. And freshly roast. Matter of fact, I'm gonna. Hey guys, so as you can see, my breadfruit is peeled and cut up, and trust and believe me when I'm telling you, it's the best, one of the best breadfruit I got in a long time here. Actually, this one came from a store in Connecticut, and usually when they come, they're not as good. And this one here, straight up Jamaican breadfruit, and I will say a parish, but it's so nice and yellow, and the heart was so small. Portland, because that's where I hear that the best breadfruit them come from, when I lie. But guys, I'm gonna fry some right now, and I'm gonna put my breakfast together. I had to show you guys this. All right, stay tuned. Okay, my peeps, so welcome back. As you can see, guys, my breakfast is ready, and I'm gonna go sit on my back deck, enjoy that nice breeze with a glass of fruit punch juice, and I am gonna enjoy the heck out of this breakfast this morning. All right, guys, so I have roast breadfruit on one side that's fried up, and then I have just a straight roast breadfruit on the other side. My plantain is right here in the center, and my Calaloo, fresh from my garden, and some saltfish. All right, guys, so again, thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for taking the time out to watch my videos. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, so whenever I upload a new video, you guys will be notified. Again, guys, this is my breakfast, and I am gonna go enjoy it right now. So guys, I will see you on my next video. Peace.